right, welcome back everybody to another Real Talk video. I pray that you are having a wonderful, blessed day as we give the Most High Yah all the honor, the glory, and all the praise and worship. Ancestor worship. I'm still catching up on emails. Bear with me. This is the next one in line. This is a video response back to you. Let me see if I can pronounce this name right, and forgive me if I say it wrong. Quantrilla. And like I say, forgive me if I said it wrong. You say you are ignorant on this, and once again, you said the word ignorant, not stupid. Once again, ignorant just simply means not knowing something. Stupidity is something totally different. When you look at ancestor worship, I know it's popular for a lot of people. I answer that question off top. Is it wrong? Yes. I will say that before I go any further. Is it wrong to do? Yes. There are some people that's doing it ignorantly, like you were saying in the email, and then there are some people know that it's wrong, but since they look at tradition or what the family keep doing, they consider to keep doing it. Even when you go back to China, you will see that this is very popular. It's a part of their religion. Even when I look at the Catholic Church, how they do the Hail Marys, and so many of them put Mary higher than Yeshua, praying to Mary. Is it wrong to do? Yes. Just like Mary didn't die on the cross for our sins, or some may say die on a tree. But the Bible is very clear on contacting the dead, period. There's so many scriptures. Matter of fact, for time's sake in this video, I will email you the majority of those scriptures. But a lot of people to this day, they burn incense and pray to their ancestors. They contact the dead. They offer prayers and offerings to the spirits of dead relatives. Well, what does that do? The Bible shows you why this is also so wrong, because you do not need another mediator in between. Come on, teach Holy Spirit. Teach Holy Spirit. You don't need another mediator. That's what the whole purpose of Yeshua coming was. And then when he left, what did he say? I'm gonna leave you your ancestor? No. I'm gonna leave you Big Mama spirit, Dada spirit, Papa spirit. He said, I'm gonna leave you the Holy Spirit. I will not leave you comfortless, because that is the teacher. That is the comforter. Contacting the dead is very wrong. When you look at the Bible teaches us that the spirits of the dead, they either go to heaven or hell. They don't remain in this world. How do we know? We always talk about this one. Go back to Luke chapter 16. Look at the count of the rich man and Lazarus. I believe that's chapter 16. Get around verses 20 through 31. Look at the rich man. Look at this cry out. That's the part of the grave. Once again, you got the gulf in between, and you got the side for the righteous and the side for the unrighteous. That man could not get to where Lazarus was. The Bible said he could see afar off, and he begged for his 5 brothers to be saved. The Bible also say the dead knows nothing. There are so many people think when their ancestors die, or their mother or father, whoever the kinfolk may be, they believe that their spirits are still on earth, and they try their best to keep in contact with it. But is that biblical? No. That is not biblical. Once again, we do not supposed to contact the dead. And what people don't realize that's doing is that they are contacting, familiar spirits. I did a video about that a few years ago. If you want to see that video, JT talking about familiar spirits, demons. See, when you get to Acts 26, verse 23, it shows us the mediator. Once again, not relatives. Romans 1, 2 through 5 shows us. Hebrews 4 and 15 shows us. 1 Peter 1, 3 through 4 shows us. There is only one mediator between Yah and man, and that is Yahshua. When you go back to the old covenant, the Most High showed us how he was so against this type of worship. That's what it is. You know how many people worship their ancestors? Idolatry, one of Israel's biggest problems. Go back to Exodus 20, 3 through 6. We are not supposed to worship any god other than the Most High. That's why when you see witchcraft, witches, all of this stuff, go to Leviticus 19 and 31. Go to Deuteronomy 18, verses 9 through 14. You will also see the word mediums. They are either called mediums or familiar spirits. The Most High is against it. And these spirits, I'm going to tell you something. You get an encounter with them, they hard to shake off. Because once again, you are inviting them in. Once again, a demon can't do nothing without an invite or a body. People tell me all the time in my email, I seen ghosts walking around the house, man, look just like my mom, or it was my grandmother, it was this. You better stop contacting the dead. Those are familiar spirits. That's why I did that video. That's not your mama. That's a familiar spirit. But JT, she sound like my mama, look like my mama, act like my mama. Why you think it's called a familiar spirit? Because it's familiar with your mama, your daddy, whoever died. The spirit is familiar with it. They can look like, act like, talk like. And you'll be thinking you are really talking to your mother or your whoever passed, and it's not them. It's a familiar spirit. Teach Holy Spirit. In the Bible, it calls it necromancy. That's what it's called. Don't play around with these demons. They are real, and they will have you messed up in your mind. They will have you messed up physically. They will have your whole body messed up. Since I'm talking about it, you might as well tie all this in together. Ouija boards, leave it alone. I want to go get one of them psychic readings. Leave it alone. See, what you are doing is seeking other demons. You are not seeking the Most High. That's why Yah is so against it. You are putting somebody else in the way of the one you're supposed to be in contact with. This is another reason I don't go to graveyards. Putting flowers on the grave to go visit with the dead. For what? The dead knows nothing. And putting flowers on there for what? They can't smell them. But this is what a lot of people do. What is the dead going to do with flowers? Go back out there, the flowers going to be dead. And I know this is hard for people to accept, but the Bible is clear on not contacting the dead. You standing out there in the grave and you really believe you talking to grandma and she's not there? Look at the story of Saul. I'll just break it down real short. When Saul was seeking out a witch to bring back the spirit of Samuel, and you wonder why the Most High said in Exodus 22 and 18, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Witchcraft have always been demonic. All these demonic things tie in together because Satan is their master. He uses all of them. But what's so sad is because growing up, we were not taught a lot of things like this. So how are you going to teach what you didn't even know? How are you going to teach what you didn't get taught? They are familiar spirits because they know how our people that have passed on was. So once again, to contact the dead, to worship ancestors, it's all demonic. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed night. Shalom.